I'm Marilee Caruso. It's Monday, May 25th. Today, firearms bust.
These are all firearms that were meant for illegal purposes, whether it's illegal possession or use in a criminal offense.
How many weapons Winnipeg police seized from one man and the dozens of charges he's facing. Also today, a show of support.
Social media, screen time, and chatbots are among the top risks to children's health and well-being.
Why Doctors Manitoba is in agreement with the province's proposed social media ban for children. Plus, a sign of the season. We'll tell you where you can cool off at spray pads across the city as temperatures heat up. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We begin today with a major gun seizure in downtown Winnipeg. A 24-year-old man is facing 77 charges after police confiscated nearly 24 loaded handguns from an apartment. Standing by live with the details is CTV's Joseph Bernacki. So, Joseph, how did this investigation get off the ground?
Well, Marilee, Inspector Josh Iwatsky with the Winnipeg Police Service says on May 7th, police received a tip regarding a man in possession of cocaine and armed with a firearm. Police then obtained a search warrant for an apartment suite at 344 Cumberland Avenue in the Central Park neighborhood. Inside, they found 21 restricted loaded handguns, a silencer, around 200 rounds of ammunition. Police also discovered 27 grams of cocaine, $25,000, and other paraphernalia. Iwatsky says investigators found evidence that a firearm had been discharged within the unit. A round had even struck a church across the street.
That's better.
I'd like to talk about the impact of this seizure of firearms. These are all firearms that were meant for illegal purposes, whether it's illegal possession or use in a criminal offense. By seizing these firearms, the organized crime unit members have prevented possibly numerous shootings, including homicides, not only in Winnipeg and Manitoba, but throughout Canada, as we've learned that many of these firearms are trafficked within the province and across the country.
The 24-year-old suspect was arrested on Corridon Avenue the same day the apartment was searched. He's facing 77 charges related to drug trafficking and firearm offenses.
Joseph, why do police believe this man had all these firearms?
Well, Marilee, they allege the man was involved with organized crime and that he was trafficking cocaine to several northern Manitoba communities. However, there's no indication at this time that he was involved in the province's largest ever drug bust, which occurred last week.
All right, thanks for this, Joseph. An update now to a story we brought you on Friday. One person has died following a crash in Crestview. It happened on Cavalier Drive near Hamilton Avenue around 12:30 Friday afternoon. As you can see, a red SUV crashed into the back of a water truck. Police tell us the 49-year-old man behind the wheel of the SUV was pulled from the vehicle with serious injuries and pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators say the vehicle was traveling northbound and drove directly into the parked water truck at a high rate of speed. The truck's operator was sent to hospital in stable condition. An autopsy is pending and the investigation continues. Anyone with information or video is asked to contact the Traffic Division or Crime Stoppers. Mounties are investigating a suspicious death in a southern Manitoba town. Officers were sent to a vehicle fire inside a self-storage compound in Carman around 1:15 this morning. The vehicle was fully engulfed in flames when RCMP arrived, and the body of a man was located nearby. RCMP were unable to say how he died or who he is. We're told more details will be provided as the investigation unfolds. Doctors Manitoba is throwing its support behind the province's proposed social media ban for children and youth.
Doctors believe social media, screen time, and chatbots are among the top risks to children's health and well-being.
A survey released today ranks it higher than substance use, inactivity, bullying, and injuries. More than 90% of the 242 Manitoba doctors surveyed support a ban on social media and AI chatbots for young Manitobans. Most agree it should apply to those 16 and younger. While an age-based ban is the preferred option, the doctors also see a benefit in other types of restrictions.
Physicians also see the potential of other safeguards, such as removing addictive elements like infinite scrolls, more robust content moderation, and eliminating advertising for minors.
Doctors Manitoba says with or without a ban, youth need to be prepared for eventual access to social media, and that should include strong digital literacy and online safety education. Premier Wab Kinew announced last month there would be a ban to prevent children from certain online platforms. Details on the ban have yet to be determined. Well, you now have another way to cool off as temperatures get set to climb this week. The city began opening many of its spray pads for the season today. The rest are expected to open by Friday, all of them except for Boyd Park, which won't open until July 2nd. Most spray pads operate daily between 9:30 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. until September 7th. Meantime, heated outdoor pools are expected to open June 19th, excluding Fort Garry Lions. All other outdoor pools will operate daily, weather permitting, and waiting pools will begin opening on a staggered basis starting on July 1st. You can find more on the hours and locations by visiting the city's website or calling 311. Well, that's perfect timing because we could all enjoy a run through a spray pad on a day like today.
I think the folks at the City of Winnipeg looked at the forecast this week and thought, yeah, now's the time to get those splash pads open because the temperatures, well, they are already heating up into the upper 20s here in southern Manitoba. And if you like that, you're going to like tomorrow. Now, this is where we get into that debate about just how hot do you like it? Well, tell you what, if you like the 30s, those temperatures are coming later this week as well. I will show you the week ahead. Quick look right now at the satellite radar shows you basically what we're going to be looking at for much of the week, with the exception if thunderstorms break out, which in these conditions this week is certainly possible. More on that to come, but let's take a look right now through the CTV Live Eye. It's brought to you by Bathfitter, exclusive home of the PermaFit solution. In Winnipeg right now, it is 27 degrees with the Humidex. It feels like 29. Winds out of the north-northwest at 22 kilometers an hour, gusting to 36, giving a bit of a breeze. The pressure is rising and the humidity is 41%. A live look out at the Provencher Bridge. Traffic is moving just well there. About an hour ago, there was a crash reported westbound Portage at Bedson.
Taking a look at the markets, crude oil lost $6.30. The loonie remained flat at 72.44 cents U.S. Gold futures added $61. The TSX jumped 359 points amid hopes of an end to the Iran war. The Dow Jones and Nasdaq were closed for the Memorial Day holiday. The University of Manitoba men's basketball team just got a slam dunk donation. The Bisons are the benefactor of a cool $1 million, and it came from one of their own. Former team member, Manitoba Sports Hall of Fame inductee, and MLA John Lowen gave the gift to support the program over the next decade, or maybe even more. It will also help provide an array of necessities, including equipment, facility upgrades, travel, the establishment of a work-study program, and meals.
To me, this gift is really about gratitude. It's about recognizing the impact others have had on my life and trying to create the same possibility for someone else.
The gift will also enable the university to host major events, including the Youth Sports Men's Basketball Championships. The Democratic Republic of Congo says suspected Ebola cases in the country's east have now climbed to more than 900. A team from the Canadian Red Cross is traveling there this week.
We have a lot of expertise that we can provide, and this is exactly what we're doing. And I think Canadians in general are concerned with emergencies that are happening around the world, and we want to do our part to support them.
The death toll in the DRC stands at more than 200. That's up 27 from the day before. And health officials warn at least 10 other countries are at risk from the highly contagious virus. They include Kenya, Ethiopia, and South Sudan. Canadian officials say the risk here remains low. Tim Hortons has announced plans to hire 10,000 local workers. The company says it is dialing back the use of the temporary foreign worker program. It comes as the coffee chain plans to expand its number of locations, adding 80 new storefronts across the country. A statement from Tim Hortons says the company will also stop lobbying the federal government to expand the temporary foreign worker program amid high rates of youth unemployment.
When it's time to plant, there are some things we should be keeping in mind. We're at St. Mary's Nursery and Garden Center, and you know it, it's Get Growing. Carla, we've got some gorgeous arrangements here. What should we do next?
Well, I wanted to give you a little bit of garden tips on planting, and it's planting containers, because a lot of people go, well, how many plants do you put in? How many plants do you put into your hanging baskets? And what do I do to prepare when I'm planting? So first of all, when you're looking at it, it depends on how full you want your container to be in the combination, because this is just crazy how many flowers that we have here.
It's the best time of year, honestly.
It's the best time of year. And even our hanging baskets, generally, if you're wanting that mixed blend, like if you're starting off with 3 or 4 different plants into it, but if you're starting off with plants that are a little bit smaller, you can actually get up to 5 or 6 plants in that to give you that beautiful combination. But the only thing that I'm sort of saying is when you're planting, like here we have one sample where we've got probably 6, there's 2 and 2, so we have 6 plants tightly planted in here. And you can see where when we're planting, we plant not right at the edge, we plant slightly tucked in so that we create this domed effect and then let it spill over. If you have a tendency to plant too close to the edge, that's when you're going to get things sort of flattening out mid-season and it doesn't go through. All right, now before we plant, that's on through it, I want you to take a look, and we're going to look through here, as pull some of the plants out, and you're going to see that there's a lot of roots that are in through here. So when I'm starting to plant, you can see how the roots are on the outside, but we want to open this up a little bit and roughen it up, and we kind of give it a bad hair day. Right? Roughen up the roots so when we're planting it into the pot, that the new roots can venture out into the soil that we have. Okay. Now, the purpose of that is then, do I trim or do I not trim before I plant?
I think if it looks dead, you should trim.
Okay. I think you're referencing the dead flowers.
Okay,
yes. Okay, we could be trimming off the dead flowers, and what we want to do is, on petunias, this is what we don't want to do, because then we're just leaving that flower to go to seed. Yeah. But normally when we're planting, I would plant this into here, and I would probably take this plant and I would give it a quick little haircut.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And you know what? When you're first planting on this section, when you're putting into it, by bringing down some of the blossoms and bringing it back down to it, and this is when you're planting in the garden too. Yeah. If you deadhead it, the energy goes into the rooting systems of it, and where it will create more. So the better roots are the better foundation, so that at the end it will space things out. And don't forget, when you're doing transplant fertilizer, bone meal, and the one good feed throughout the season is using a little bit of a slow release. You can hear how it's pelleted granular fertilizer, and what I love too is the worm castings. It's an organic feed that you can sprinkle on the top of your container baskets, especially good for doing vegetables, herbs in containers, and just let it grow.
Well, speaking of, I gravitated immediately to this tomato one. I'm the worst. I'll just be sitting there like for the Instagram photo. You're doing all the work, and I'm like, oh. But the flowers are oh, she's gonna whack me with it now.
I'm a daisy.
Get Growing, brought to you by St. Mary's Nursery and Garden Center. Get a lush yard and garden, thanks to expert advice from gardening professionals.
And then you hear, that's when the funk starts. I'm saying to myself, if they can do that, what can I do? We're making a whole...
Dancing to September, why a new documentary has Hollywood and political heavyweights talking about one of music's most iconic groups. Those details next. Brady is back now for Spotlight, and you can take a musical journey back across the Emerald Isles this weekend.
That's right. A Taste of Ireland, the Irish music and dance sensation, is coming to Canada for the very first time and making a stop in Winnipeg Saturday. Irish dancers will be putting their talents on display alongside contemporary musicians and vocalists. The show also explores the history of the region through dance and themed scenery.
We do go through different events within Ireland's history. So you'll notice that the first part of the show is a lot darker almost, because Ireland did go through those tough times during Vikings, the famine, all of that. So we try to portray the history of Ireland through Irish dance.
A Taste of Ireland takes the stage at Burton Cummings Theatre Saturday evening. You can find tickets through the Burt's website or Ticketmaster.
Well, it looks like the force was with moviegoers this weekend.
Yeah, sure was. The latest release in the Star Wars film franchise soared to the top of the box office in its debut weekend.
Check your armor. The kid will live centuries.
Yeah, no surprise here. The Mandalorian and Grogu brought in $102 million from theaters across the U.S. and Canada. That's higher than pre-weekend forecasts. The horror movie Obsession finished in the second spot, earning just over $22 million. And Michael rounded out the box office in the third spot.
Emily in Paris is saying au revoir.
May we? Season 6 of the final chapter of the comedy series.
Hey, it's Lily. I just wanted to share something with you all. After 6 unforgettable years of playing Emily Cooper, I'm here to share that this upcoming 6th season will be our final. Season 6.
And as she just said, Season 6 will be the final chapter of the comedy series. Production has already started filming in Greece. The location change picks up from Season 5's cliffhanger.
All right, and finally, a new documentary that just may make you say, let's groove.
That's right. Earth, Wind and Fire is being featured in an upcoming film on HBO Max.
Once you strike that first note, there's something that happens.
I feel my heart open up. You get to moving. Hey, and then you hear.
That's when the phone starts. I'm saying to myself, if they can do that.
It is a good song.
I think we're going to be having a dance party between the 5 and 6 o'clock shows in the studio, Marilee. Questlove is producing and directing this. It features members of the band as well as other music heavyweights and the Obamas. The documentary will explore the life, career, and impact of the beloved group. It starts streaming on June 7th.
All right, mark your calendars.
That's right.
Thanks, Colleen.
You're welcome. Coming up tonight on your primetime lineup at 7, The Big Bang Theory and Hockey Fanatics. Next is Battle of the Generations at 8. Then at 9, Catch the Rookie. It's all right here tonight on CTV. A live look at a very busy McPhillips, but it looks like everything's moving fairly smoothly along that stretch of McPhillips. Oh, there we go. We've always got cars going in at least 3 different directions when we go to that shot on McPhillips. Everyone's okay. 27 degrees out there. It's a little windy. I will have your hot forecast coming up.
Women's clothing provided by R.W. & Company. Salon services provided by S&Teak Spa Salon. CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Well, if you wanted summer, you got it, folks. I know it's been a tough spring, but just like that, it's like we've finally found the switch to flick to bring summer to us just like that, even though it is still spring. Well, it won't feel like that the rest of this week. Today, actually, the temperatures are at about 27 degrees here in Winnipeg. They'll get even hotter as we go throughout the week. So if you like it that hot, you're going to love this week. If it's a little much for you, well, it's, you know, we kind of have to balance these things out. It's been a tough spring, as you know. Right now, looking at the radar, it's fairly clear. Now, what's happening? Part of the reason we're going to be surrounded by this heat, as we already are, building up a ridge of high pressure, creating essentially a heat dome. You know, we talk about these every year. Well, it looks like the first of the season is in the process of settling over the province. So that's going to keep the skies pretty clear, just like we're seeing today. Winds reasonably light, although they have picked up. You can see here through Winnipeg, they're a little gusty. Some non-severe thunderstorms passing through northwestern Ontario. You can see there's some that went through Dryden earlier today, but there's looks like there's a line passing further south through Fort Francis and passing further off to the east. Meanwhile, wrapping back into Manitoba in the north, a trough of low pressure exiting the region today, bringing a few showers with it for the most northerly regions. But you can see apart from that, that's about it. That heat dome or that ridge of high pressure will be the dominant force here throughout not just today, tonight, but really throughout the week. Not much showing up on Tuesday morning other than a few clouds here and there in the southwest and the northeast, but really it will be another sunny, hot day. Temperatures cranking up into the upper 20s here in the south, in the low 20s across the north, and the sunshine for most areas east into northwestern Ontario. It will be very warm as well with those temperatures in the upper 20s. Then we get overnight, Tuesday night into Wednesday, nothing happening under the influence of that ridge of high pressure. Sunshine and temperatures getting just as hot, if not starting to turn up by the time we get to Thursday. That's when we'll start to see those temperatures get into the 30s here in Winnipeg and across the south. For tonight, we drop down to 11 degrees, mostly clear. Winds for the next few hours out of the northwest at 20 kilometers an hour, but really the bulk of the night, the winds will be even lighter coming from the east. They'll strengthen a bit tomorrow, still from the east, 20 kilometers an hour, another sunny hot high of 27 degrees. Then check out this long range forecast. We don't want conditions too dry, of course. That could be dangerous, but abundant sunshine Wednesday and Thursday. 27 degrees on Wednesday. If that's not hot enough for you, try 33 on for size on Thursday, 34 on Friday, mostly sunny that day. Saturday and Sunday, lots of sunshine and lots of heat with hot highs again right around 33 degrees. And you see, folks, those overnight lows in the upper teens for most of that forecast period. So hot week ahead. Let's take a look at some weather photos. Lots of colorful birds filled up our weather inbox photo, including this lovely indigo bunting bird. This was out in Laurier. That photo is from Suzanne. And Jim found all these guys hanging around. This was east of Riding Mountain. Send us your weather photos by email to winnipegweather@ctv.ca.
Skywatch Weather Pick of the Day brought to you by Provivo, Winnipeg's first and only longevity medicine clinic. Redefining health, performance, and aesthetics. Provivo.com.
All right, we're going to leave you today with an unwanted customer at a hot tub store in BC. Check this out.
Hey, get out of here, you guys. You guys get ready to get back.
He listened? Oh, my goodness. It was all captured on camera. You just saw it there. The bear briefly wanted to test out a hot tub before he was shooed away, and he's quite obedient. He listened. Staff say that the shop stores are left open in the summer, and the bear must have seen that as an invite.
Well, sure.
Look at him go. Oh, my goodness.
Away he goes. With his tail between his legs.
I don't know if I would have been that brave. I might have shooed myself out of there and let him enjoy the hot tub.
No kidding.
All right. That does it for us this hour. Don't go far. We're back at 6 with much more local news. Hope you'll join us then.